Hello guys, I'm Pickles Parker and today I will be doing a Rants and Discussions video on the new Doctor Who news that's just dropped. Enjoy. The news is that, well, 4 if you like, but 3 companions have been announced for Series 11, and will be acting alongside Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor. And the first one is Bradley Walsh. Now this was actually rumoured a couple of months ago from the Mirror, which actually has quite a bad track record where it comes to Doctor Who rumours, but yeah, and it sort of fizzled out to like the degree, a bit like the Chris Marshall rumours. Like it was there, it was quite big, and then it just fizzled out. So you just thought it was like it wasn't going to happen, but it is, and he's been officially announced. Now I quite like Bradley Walsh. I've only really seen him on the Chase. I haven't actually really seen him on any of actual proper acting, but I know he's in Law and Order UK, and he is supposed to be quite a good actor, and I think you found with like Matt Lucas that even though he was just basically known for his comedy stuff, that he was pretty good acting wise as well, and everybody writ him off as Nardole, but then he actually was pretty good, and I enjoyed him anyway. So I think people have ripped Bradley Walsh off at first, but I think he could still be the surprise of the series, and he could really put in a good performance. He has a bit of history. I think he was a character in the Sarah Jane Adventures or something, like a clown or something, but I'm not really sure. But he has been in Doctor Who before, that being this character in the Sarah Jane Adventures. Anyway, our next character, Bradley Walsh will be playing a character called Graham. Sorry. And then we have Mandip Gill, who will be playing a character called Yasmin. I'm not familiar with the actress at all, but she's been in Hollyoaks and Doctors. And then also there's another person called Tosin Cole. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but he's also in Hollyoaks. I'm not aware of this actor either, but apparently he had a cameo in The Force Awakens as well, the X-Wing pilots, which I don't recognise a lot, so it was probably a quick small scene, but I'm not really familiar with him anyway, so I can't really judge those two actors. I'm sure they'll be good. I'm not familiar with them, but then also this other actress, Sharon D. Clarke, has been oh sorry, I keep on forgetting this. Tosin Cole will be playing a character called Ryan. So Bradley Walsh is playing Graham, Mandip Gill is playing Yasmin, and Tosin Cole is playing Ryan. And also this other actress, Sharon D. Clarke, will be playing an unnamed returning character. So this sort of makes me think of somebody sort of like Jackie, maybe, who pops up in every Earthbound story. So it sort of made me think about what is the dynamic of these characters. Are they going to be family? Is Bradley Walsh their dad? Are they all related? Or is Tosin and Matip a couple, possibly? Or are they brother and sister? Are they just friends? What's Bradley Walsh? Is he a teacher? Is he what's the dynamic? I'm quite interested. I think they're all going to be aboard the TARDIS, which I don't really have a problem with, because in the new series they've always slightly tried to say is like 2 companions at the most. They've never really gone over that. Regular companions, that is. But obviously in the classic series, there's the infamous 5th Doctor crowded TARDIS with Nyssa, Tegan and Adric. But I think there are some very good TARDIS teams which have more people. We have the original TARDIS team with Barbara, Ian and Susan. That was 3 people. So I don't see why it couldn't work having a few more people in the TARDIS as long as they all get equal screen time. I'm not really. My first thought was Bradley Walsh was going to be the main companion, but I'm not so sure. We'll see how it goes. I'm interested to see their dynamic with Jodie Whittaker as the 13th Doctor as well. It's quite interesting, but we haven't actually seen any clip or anything of any of them yet to see what their dynamic is and what their characters are actually like. So it's sort of like we don't know much at all. It's just I know Bradley Walsh. I don't know the other two actors or the other three actors, but I think they'll be good. And also I think if we have a bit of a change and maybe have more people in the TARDIS team, a different dynamic, it could work. Now on to the other bit, away from the casting announcement, is a format change. Now, rather than, the strict format for new series was 13 episodes of 45 minutes length. Now, it has been known to break it. Obviously, the RTD era and obviously the Matt Smith stuff was all 13 episodes. Then with the Capaldi stuff, Moffat shrunk it down to 12. They cut off that extra episode, and some episodes have been extended to an hour, usually the opener, which is what this is. Despite every episode being 50 minutes, the opener is 60 minutes, which is kind of predictable. But I know everybody sort of thought, yeah, it will be 60 minutes, but it's not. It's 50 minutes, which, yeah, it's only 5 minutes extra. I think you've got infamous episodes like The Power of Three, which is like Matt just uses his sonic and that the world is saved. That's an infamous rushed ending. So yeah, it would be nice to have some stories that actually have some time. But then you do have some stories where the ending is dragged out because it doesn't quite fit 45 minutes. Obviously, this isn't a new series, but there are especially quite a few classic episodes where it's like a 4-parter, but it could have easily been a 3. Like there's a whole extra part. I think The Two Doctors is an infamous one where it could have been a 2-parter, but it's a 3-parter, and the 3rd part didn't need to be there. So yeah, I think there's two sides to every coin. It could be good because then you could have some episodes that would have rushed endings have more space to finish a good story, but then there is a downside that there may be some stories that are just dragged out to fit that 50 minutes. And the last bit is that there has been official that the new series will be airing in autumn. Obviously, Series 10 was in springtime, and I generally prefer it to be in springtime. I think obviously Series 9 and Series 8, Series 7 Part 1 was all in autumn. So in recent years it's generally been autumn, but Series 7 Part 2, and I know that Series 5 and Series 6 were all in springtime, and I'm not sure about the RTD stuff. But yeah, I generally prefer it springtime, but yeah, if they're going with autumn, it'll probably be a nice change, because obviously we've just had a series in springtime, but then you think that's like a whole year to wait for this series. So, not really sure, not much to say, but yeah, what do you think? Comment below, let me know. Please like this video if you have enjoyed it, and if you want to see more content from my channel, then please hit subscribe. Goodbye. Hello, Gary and Adam. So, yeah, the parting of the ways, the conclusion to last week's episode, is directed brilliantly by Joe Ahern, and I love Murray's music in it as well. But the thing is, this isn't a negative. I never quite see it as a regeneration story, though, in my head, because obviously it's not building up to regeneration, but it's quite nice because you have all these modern big building up for building things. It's quite nice to have like a subtle regeneration. It is my second favourite season finale behind Pandora Copeland's Big Bang. How good is Christopher Eccleston though? He is right on top form.
I love the design of the Dalek Emperor, but it doesn't look that great on screen. It does just sort of just look like a model's been enlarged and put on screen. Rose feels a bit series 2 when she's with Linda, if I'm honest. Which is annoying because I quite like Rose in series 1. Sending the companion away, like when he sends Rose back home, was done much better in this episode than it was with Clara in Time of the Doctor, despite how much I love Time of the Doctor. The Daleks are pure evil when they go down into floor 0 and kill everybody when they don't need to, and they're also pretty good in the whole of the episode as well. I heard your sound that you used for the merch corner in here actually. The regeneration is handled brilliantly as well. So if I was going to give this episode a score, it has to be a 10 out of 10, and my score for the finale is a 9 out of 10. Just before I go, I just want to say that you are fantastic, absolutely fantastic, and you know what? So was I.